Hey guys, okay, so I'm Aubree, we're sitting here and I'm going to tell you about a question I get a lot right now in this market. So that question is, you found the house, the one. How am I going to get that house? Because there's 10 other people that want it too. So we're going to go over that. So here's how I would recommend that you do it. Alright guys, I'm Aubree, and they've grown to separate locations to tell you the overall facts and facts of actually standing on the Swamp Rabbit Trail right now. So, wait a second, I'm falling. Alright, so the first thing, and I think what a lot of people don't think about, is when that offer gets written, it needs to be presented well. And it's a detail, but it's a first impression. So you want to make sure that your agent is going to make a first impression that leaves a mark, not only with the sellers of the house you're trying to buy, but also that seller's agent. Because if everything's filled out, everything is presented well, man, I know that that agent knows what they're doing. So that's number one, and it's such a small detail, but I think it means a lot. Specifically with my team, here it goes. We have a cover letter that we send from our agent to the co-op agent, the seller's agent, and then the agent presents that to the seller. So that seller knows what we're doing. Next, a lot of times, especially here in the upstate market, we're seeing a lot of cash offers. Now, not everybody has $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 sitting in the bank. I mean, who has that type of money? But if you do, awesome, great job. But how do you beat an offer that's all cash? There's a lot of different programs that have come up, and one of those programs is called Ribbon, and it's a program we use here in the area. So make sure you ask me about it. It's a way that you can finance the deal, but you do it through Ribbon. And then what Ribbon does is it makes it look like you are offering cash, no contingencies. So just a little trick of the trade. The other thing about this is a lot of sellers are looking at more than just price. It's not always about the money. So with that, we've seen an appreciation here in the market of, I would say, an average of 20%. From if the house was sold 2 years ago, add 20%, that's where it's gonna end up selling, even if they list it for lower. So with that, I would say it's probably average of $10,000 to $20,000 over list price that you wanna be prepared to go. Then on the flip side of that, you have the outliers. Every so often a house sells for higher than that. So you wanna look at price, but it's not always about price, it's about stipulations. So with those stipulations, what you are wanting to pay attention to is the amount of earnest money. So that's good faith funds, the money that you're gonna put down on the table that say, Mr. Seller, this is the money that I'm willing to lose if I change my mind. So earnest money, larger amounts are bigger negotiating tools. I just had a deal yesterday where the client's earnest money was $10,000. So be prepared. The other thing is, don't ask for closing costs in this market. A lot of buyers save your pennies if you're buying your first home. And I know it's hard, but come talk to me. We'll come up with options. You're gonna wanna be able to pay your own closing costs. Closing costs are usually around $5,000 to $6,000. Those closing costs cover inspections, attorneys, admin fees, taxes, everything. So that's what you're looking for as far as that. The other two things, and I would be super careful about this, but make sure that you talk to your realtor about it, is contingency upon appraisal and contingency upon inspections. So a stronger offer is going to be a cleaner offer without those contingencies. If you know that you've got some extra cash and you're able to take care of a appraisal discrepancy, say the house doesn't appraise, I'm going to advise you as your realtor that certain amounts are okay in this market because we're going to appreciate. So that's another thing. If you can drop that appraisal contingency or do what's called an appraisal gap, then great. We have a lot of offers right now that say they offer $300,000 and they say that they'll be willing to pay up to $10,000 outside of appraisal. That's how that's done. Then you have the other contingency, which is inspections. So if you can buy a house as is and know that you're gonna probably have between $1,000 to $5,000 worth of work to do and be okay with that, great. You're not looking for the house that's perfect HGTV quality. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go in, you're gonna make it your own, and you're gonna do the work. You're more apt to find a house that you have to do a little bit of work on. So with that, a competitive offer is as is, or honestly a due diligence, which means that you're doing your inspections just to make sure that you don't find anything massively wrong. Now, an as-is contract, you're still gonna do your inspections, but you just don't have the right to come and ask for anything to get done. So those are just a few things that whenever you're making an offer on the house, you wanna make sure that your realtor is guiding you through this. Please don't try to go at it on your own. That's what we do best. We do it day in, day out. So I hope some of these little tips for your offer, for that dream house that you're looking at, how you're gonna win the bid on it when 20 other people are offering on it, I hope this helps. Gives you some ideas and a little bit of more confidence whenever you go into making your offer. Subscribe to this channel for more tips about it, and hopefully it helps out. Thanks, guys.